Now let's talk about agents in this type of market. How do you succeed? Especially new real estate agents. 2023, you just got your license. How do you succeed? I would say do the work, right? Do the work. Be consistent and do the work. So showing up one day out of a month is not going to be good enough. Trust the process. Don't be a chaser of, don't have this, what they call it, shiny object syndrome, meaning you hear this is working, you're doing it, you hear that is working, you're doing it. Give it at least a year. Find something that is proven, talk to somebody with experience, what has been proven, and give it a year, work on it, and just see where the chips may fall. Um, but I would say if you're brand new getting into the real estate business, don't quit your day job right now. If you have a day job, don't quit your day job. That's just honest truth. The good thing about a market like this, one thing I have heard when talking to some sellers, potential sellers, they say, "What are you going to do as an agent? What are you going to do for me?" The last agent, especially expired listings, the last agent came, put a lock on my door, and left. I can put a lock on my door and I have to pay $20,000 in commission. So do the work. If you get a listing, show that client that you're actually going to work to sell their property. Do open houses. Talk to the neighbors. Talk to people. Run ads for this person. Let them see that you're doing things that they wouldn't be able to do. And also, when you negotiate, try to make sure your client nets the most possible that they can for a property. You don't want somebody to sell their house on their own and make just as much as when you sell it for them. You have to make a difference. And also just the grind. Even if that person doesn't see it, when the neighbors see how you hustle for them, the saying goes, when one house sell in a cul-de-sac, maybe two or three more sell in that neighborhood. When neighbors hear, hey, that person just sold their house for X amount of dollars, the rest try to see if they can get something out of theirs. That's just how it works. So when the neighbors see open houses, they see the foot traffic that you can generate, just be a tad bit above the crowd. So the thing goes like, I give another sports analogy, right? The Randy Moss and Jerry Rice story. I was asking somebody I knew, a younger guy, if he knew about some. We were doing some just mentoring and just talking together, and just tips of success, right? And this is outside of real estate. But he was asking, he's a manager and he was trying to figure things out, newly promoted. And I asked him, do you know who Randy Moss is or Jerry Rice? He said no. Well, he's a baseball guy and not so much a football guy. That's how young he is. Those are not household names for him. And he said no. And I gave him a backstory. Randy Moss ran a 4.2. Jerry Rice, what was it, a 4.4 or 4.6? I think a 4.6. Randy Moss a lot slower than Jerry Rice, a lot shorter. I think 6 feet or 5'11", I'm not sure. Maybe 6 feet or 6'2", I don't know. 6 feet, I guess. Randy Moss was like 6'4", 6'4", I believe. A lot slower, a lot shorter. Could not jump as high as Randy Moss. When you look at individual seasons, Randy Moss had the biggest individual season compared to those two. But career-wise, nobody even thinks about saying Randy Moss is the greatest receiver ever. It's always Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was what, a 6th round draft pick or something of the sort. Randy Moss went pretty high at, national news even when he was in college. So one had the talent, the other one had the work ethic. And when it was all said and done, the person that consistently worked surpassed the person that was just naturally gifted. And that's the type of market we're in now as an agent. Some people may have the gift of gab, can talk, can negotiate, may have all the resources. But if you're willing to work, I think you can still make it happen.